Hello my dear class 10 students. Today we will be discussing the daily life importance of pH. So till now we have studied about acids, bases and salts and how can we express the acidic strength of particular acid as well as base. Now we also studied about the pH scale and range on pH scale and what are the factors affecting on pH scale like temperature dependency of this pH. Right, if temperature changes, how these pH values are also changes. These things we have seen in the last sessions, right? So today's session will be covering the daily life importance of this pH. See, we know the pH is very useful in our daily life. For example, let us say, so our stomach contains the acidic atmosphere. Generally, it contains gastric juice, that is what concentrated HCl it is. So having pH range around 3.5 to 1.5 to 3.5. So this highly acidic range will helps our stomach, to activate the pepsin. So this peptin is an enzyme that breaks down the food, right? So this is how in our nature also there are many daily life applications also. For example, we know bee stings are there now, so it contains acidic substance. So whenever it stings on your skin, so you feel sensation, right? So now if you rub that using a basic material, what happens? That acid and whatever you are rubbing with the base, so becomes neutralized. So like this, there are many daily life applications also. Now it is very important to know these daily life applications so that we can use them in our daily life, right? So let us start our session discussing about this importance of pH in our daily life, right? Yeah. So now, in order to know this importance, what we can make, first of all we need to know what are the general acids and general bases that we are using in our daily life. For example, let us say here we know vinegar which we are using in our daily life, right? And also this one coffee where many people used to take at the early morning, right? Yeah. So what is the nature of these solutions? Vinegar, which is nothing but acetic acid, okay, so which is an acid, and coffee is also having acidic range. The pH range here for vinegar is around 3.0 and for coffee is around 4.5. Okay, so I hope you know that, you have remembered that. So pH value, if I define pH scale at 25 degrees Celsius, we have range from 0 to 14, right? So now the center point here, the 7 is considered to be neutral. So below 7 we can say this is acidic range and above 7 we can say basic range. Okay, so lower the value of this pH, more acidic it is. Higher the value of pH, stronger base that particular substance is. Hope these things are clear. Now look, vinegar and coffee, both of them having pH lesser than 7, so both of them are acidic solutions. So that's why, so people who are suffering with acidity, so doctors suggest not to take coffee too much or avoid taking coffee or any acidic substances, right? So this is what we need to follow in our daily life too, in order to avoid this kind of circumstances. Okay, the next, see again, which is more stronger acid here? Vinegar having lower pH value, therefore vinegar is stronger acid than this coffee. Yes, you can say in this way also. Now let us say, what about washing soda? So here washing soda solution is having formula Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, right? So it is having nearly pH around 9.0, and that of lime water containing, lime water means calcium hydroxide, contains around 10.5. So between lime water and washing soda, which is more basic it is, both of them are basic. Since the value of pH value of calcium hydroxide having higher, therefore it is considered as stronger base than soda lime. Hope it is clear. Soda, washing soda you can say. Okay, hope it is clear. Now let us discuss about few other things also. Example, we have discussed this. Then next, what about pH of our digestive system? So I told you stomach contains hydrochloric acid. Okay, pH range around 1.5 to 3.5, which is strongly acidic region. So this helps us in the digestion of food without harming our stomach. Okay, so this pH has to be maintained in our body, so in order to get proper digestion. Okay, so now when the stomach produces too much acid, it causes pain or irritation stage. So you will feel irritated or you will feel suffocated, or and also mostly you may face pain also. Okay, and you know, too much acidity also causes some kind of wounds or infections in the stomach. So this is a serious problem again. Okay, so whenever you feel like that, it is better to consult a doctor. Okay, so generally this kind of issues will be seen at the like older age people, especially like around 30 40, like 30 plus, like 40 years, if they won't follow proper gut health. Okay, so now we need to maintain this pH so that our digestion process will be takes properly. See, some people who take overeating, so who will take over food, so that is what overeating can, what happens here. So in order to digest that over food, like whatever the extra quantity he has taken, so stomach has to release more amount of acid, therefore the concentration level of acid in the stomach increases. So this leads to acidity. These are the major causes for acid or acid refluxes in the stomach. So eat in the required amount that is suitable for you. Okay, so it is not suggested to take over or also lesser quantities also. Take the required adequate amount only. So in order to maintain our gut health, we should follow this kind of things, right? Then next, here pH change leads to tooth decay. Yes. So our teeth contains enamel, a hard substance which is made up of calcium phosphate. Okay, so this calcium phosphate, see, calcium phosphate, if we say, so since I am considering calcium phosphate like a salt substance which is comes from calcium, okay, and this is phosphate group, PO3, PO4, 3 minus, like this if we consider, these are the two groups if we consider. So now it can be formed from respective acid, for example phosphoric acid, I can say here orthophosphoric acid, here calcium hydroxide if we consider. Since calcium hydroxide is strong base, the respective salt, this is calcium phosphate, is also considered to be basic compound. So the enamel which contains this calcium phosphate, which is insoluble, is having what kind of nature in the aqueous medium? It will be having basic nature, and you can remember this is not soluble, it is insoluble, which is very hard. Now whenever this basic salt treated with acid, what happens? So now there will be neutralization taking place, therefore that will damage the enamel. So it will disturb that particular hardest material, that is calcium phosphate. See, when pH in the mouth falls below 5.5, it means strong acidic region is created in the mouth. What happens? The enamel get corroded. So enamel get disturbed, corroded. Why? Because this is a basic salt, basic substance. Whenever falls in this acidic range, so that will get corroded. Okay, like a neutralization reaction may takes place. So the bacteria present in mouth break down the sugar to lactic acid. So that's why doctors or even elders also suggest that not to take sweets during on like night time before going to bed, because that whatever sugary particles stays in the mouth, so that results to what? Formation of this lactic acid, which create acidic range or acidic medium in the mouth, so that will damages the enamel. So this is how the teeth problems, teeth decays will starts. Okay, so now here in the early morning we will be using like toothpaste, right? So now this toothpaste contain basic region. Okay, it's a basic substance again. So what is this? So it is a basic substance. Now this will helps us to maintain basic nature of that particular teeth in the mouth, so that it is helping this process. Okay, so in order to avoid whatever the acidic medium created in the mouth, that will be neutralized by this toothpaste. So this is how we can avoid the tooth decay, and you can understand the concept is neutralization taking place between toothpaste and whatever the acidic particle or acidic medium created in our mouth. Okay, this is a general application. Hope it is also clear now. So there is nothing much difficult to understand. These are our daily life applications, right? And next, see, stings of bee and ants, stings of bees and also ants contains methanoic acid. In the short form we can also call the general name as formic acid. What is the structure? HCOOH. So this is an acid. Okay, so now whenever I have like ant or this sting is like bites you, so you will feel like something like sensation, right? So this is because of this formic acid. Now why? Because formic acid is acidic in medium, na? So now if you neutralize this acidic medium, that formic acid, so how can we neutralize? By treating it with some basic substances. Just take soap water, because soap water contains like a basic NaOH, right? So it is a salt of potassium or salts of sodium we will be having now. So those are generally basic substances. Now whenever you rub with the basic substance soap water, you feel really relaxed than the previously. Okay, because the neutralization reaction takes place there. So this is how you can use in our daily life application also. Okay, so hope it is clear. So you will feel like red color here. This you can wash with soap water, can feel relaxed from this suffocation or pain of these stings. Okay, then next again, so there are some other insects like wasps here we have. So this wasp stings contains what? Alkaline in nature. The venom of this is considered to be alkaline in nature. So they are considered they contains basic compounds in that particular sting, like in the stings of this wasp. Okay, so now if we treat them with the opposite one, this is alkaline, na? That is what basic one, na? You treat it with acidic solutions, like if you treat it with some vinegar, yes, here neutralization reaction may take place and you feel rid out of that pain or relaxed from that particular pain you are suffering. So this is again a best application that you can use in our daily life also. Hope it is also clear. Okay, so whenever acidic substance is there, treat it with base, becomes neutralized. Basic substance it is there, treat with acidic one, becomes neutral. So this is how you can use in our daily life application. Okay, again see, nettle plants have sharp heads, right? So these sharp heads, whenever it is touched your skin, so what it will be, that needles may inject that whatever the acid present in that to the body or the skin. So now you will feel again like a burning sensation or pain because of this methanoic acid which is present in the plant, in the leaves of that needle sharp hairs of this nettle plant. Okay, so now this can be rid, or you can come out of this pain by rubbing it with some basic substances. See, the other plant here we have is duck plant. So the duck plant leaves have some basic groups or basic chemicals. So now if you rub using this duck plants on this nettle plants which you have infected, so if you rub on this skin wherever that nettle plants infected you, so you will feel relaxed because the acid from nettle plants and base from the duck plants will get neutralized each other, therefore you can get rid out of that pain or relax from that pain. Okay, so hope it is clear. I have shown you the images of these plants also. Okay, next here, what about pH of soil and how it is helpful for this plant growth? So growth of plants in soil is related to its pH. Yes, so it requires some suitable pH for different crops, right? So we will see that crop, for a particular crop, particular pH value range will be suitable, so to have a proper crop production, right? So soil with high peat content, generally soil with high peat content or iron minerals becomes acidic. Okay, so acidic, pH falls as low as 4. So due to this very low pH, we need to make that like land to be suitable for proper crops. Based depending upon that crop, we need to maintain the pH levels. Now in order to make it neutralized or to make a suitable pH, we need to treat it with some basic substance, or we need to make the substances the land as a basic one, which is to make as a adequate or suitable for the cropping, right, for cultivation and all, right. So these can be done or neutralized by liming the soil. So for this peat containing soil, we need to add lime containing substances or liming of soil we can say. So adding calcium hydroxide or oxides or hydroxides or just calcium carbonates like chalk and all, so make the soil as neutralized. Reaction with this peat content, which is acidic substance, and this liming can be neutralized, and we can use the soil for the suitable cropping. Hope it is also clear. Now soil with excess of limestone or chalk, so it is now what? Basic in nature. So in order to bring back to our suitable pH range, so we need to treat with some alkaline substances. So alkaline substance, like this is alkaline now, we need to treat it with some acidic substances. Acidic substances are the materials which generate or produce these acidic substances. Generally the compost or the organic, decaying of organic matter will generate what? The acidic substances that will neutralize this basic lime that which is providing this basic nature to the land, that can be neutralized, and we can use it for the suitable cropping. Hope it is also clear. Now this is a basic application of pH scale indication and all. Okay, so always, that's why few farmers will be take their soil for the soil testing to just maintain the pH level in their like fields. Okay, so see, for potatoes this is a preferred pH range. For carrot and sweet potato will be having pH range around 5.5 to 6.5. Next, for cauliflower, garlic and tomato, this is a pH range to be maintained. For onions and cabbage, it is around 6.0 to 7.5. Okay, so if we maintain proper pH, yes, production will be having a very good amount of high yield, so that it is always necessary to maintain these pH ranges. Okay, so paddy for rice cropping cultivation and all, for this paddy and cotton we required, so how much? 5.0 to 6.5, and for this 6.0 to 7.5. So these are the important things that should be noted, because as we seen, India is having the cultivation or agriculture is as a backbone, so we need to know what are the pH preferred ranges for suitable cultivation or suitable cropping. Hope it is clear. Now let us discuss one more question here. So when we add a drop of orange juice to the pure water, so what happens to the pH? Look here. So how the pH value will vary for the water. See, orange juice contains acidic substances now, therefore pH value water will be neutral. So whenever acidic substance like orange juice is added, what happens? Its pH value falls. It will move towards lower, lesser than 7. It means it falls into, it goes into acidic range. You can remember that. So will there be any more change? See, if a drop of lemon juice is also added to the same substance, to the same solution, now lemon juice is also added. Yes, it contains what? Citric acid, right? So now again this also causes what? Further decrease in pH. Yes. So what happens? Further decrease in pH takes place. Further decrease in pH takes place when we add orange juice, as well as if we add this further addition of lemon juice will take place, decrease in pH. Okay, our solution becomes more acidic. Okay, why do we feel burning sensation in the stomach when we overeat? What is the medicine to be used to cure it? Okay, so what we can say? See, this is because of overeating. In the like when a person had taken over food, so what happens? The body requires more acid to break down that food that a person has taken. So since a more acid concentration is present in our in his body, in his stomach, so what happens? The pH level goes down, therefore it creates more like feeling burning sensation due to the lower higher concentration of this acid in the stomach. Okay, so now in order to neutralize this acid, we need to add base. So what is the material it is to be considered? So magnesium hydroxide. So MgOH twice, milk of magnesia is taken to get neutralized or to get relief from that acidity problem. Okay, so now this is considered as antacid. What we can call it is as antacid, is used for neutralization of acidity problem in the stomach for a person or any other like living beings. Okay, next one. So why does tooth decay starts when pH of mouth is lower than 5.5? Yes, because I already explained clearly about this. Because the teeth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate, which is hard substance. Now this calcium phosphate having a basic range, right? So now this basic substance, whenever kept in the acidic medium, see, when tooth decay starts, if the mouth pH falls around 5.5 or lower than this, so basic substance in acidic medium, what happen? Neutralization takes place. This is how that will disturb this basic material. This starts dissolution of this basic calcium phosphate, start dissolution in that acidic medium, therefore starts this results to tooth decaying. So this is the reason for tooth decay. Hope it is also clear. Now if you have any other difficulty topics to be discussed from this chapter, so feel free to ask me in the comment box. In the next session we will meet with another important and interesting topic, as well as we will also focus on the questions from acid, bases and salts, all the type of questions, case based, multiple choice questions, multi selective questions, all the things in the upcoming sessions. So stay connected with us. We will also solve some Olympiad questions also. Thank you for watching.